practice serves as we get set for the 2025 inaugural UTR Pro Summer Slam National Championship here at the University of San Diego. I'm Daniel Gilman. So pleased that you're with us here on this Labor Day Monday morning out on the West Coast as the number 1 seed Miles Jones matches up with the number 5 seed JanMagnus Johnson. As you saw, JanMagnus there with the Florida Gator fit, the recent University of Florida graduate. Up against the UTR Pro in Miles Jones. He's a veteran here on the UTR Tour, the PTT, the UTR Pro Tennis Tour, where Jones has won 2 events here this summer as a part of our Summer Slam series. This will be the first of 2 championship matches here today. We start off on the men's side with Jones and Johnson, and then swing over to the ladies, which will start no earlier than 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, and that's the number 2 seed Robin Anderson against the number 4 seed in Verona Miroshnichenko. So we are off and running here as the number 1 seed from California, Miles Jones, starts. Oh, it's a pretty volley on that forehand down the line by Johnson. Now, JanMagnus, he also goes by Magnus, so maybe referring to him as that as the match goes on, but he certainly favors the forehand. Lanky 6-footer out of Cape Coral, Florida. Playing on Jones's turf out here on the West Coast. Let's get some rallies like that today, huh? A tremendous forehand by Jones just catches the back of the baseline, and it's 30-love. Talking to Miles Jones, he had mentioned this is a court that suits his game very well. Quick hard court action here from the Skip and Cindy Hogan Tennis Center at USD. .15, as we've got an official head referee as a part of the UTR PTT. And for those unfamiliar, you can just settle back. I'll educate you as the morning rolls along, but essentially Universal Tennis turned into UTR and started a international pro tennis tour. Now this specific tournament, the Summer Slam, targeted mainly for college graduates or current college students. That looked to be a little long, so a double fault evens us at 30-all here in our opening game. The winner to take home over $4,000, one of the biggest purses here at this level. Certainly more than futures events. Talking to Miles, he mentioned playing these PTT events throughout the year really help finance the rest of his travel schedule. Oh, the defense just could not keep up for the former Gator grad. Jones able to toy from side to side there, and has a game point here in the opening service game here from San Diego. And a strong put away there for Miles Jones. So a little bit of nerves worked out there in that opening service game. We're through one here in the national championship match to kick off a tremendous Labor Day doubleheader.
You didn't hear anything on the last one? No, I didn't actually. I didn't hear it or see any movement. 'JanMagnus Johnson to serve.
Now we get to see the 6-footers service approach, as JanMagnus Johnson at one time was ranked as high as 65th in the ITA back in the college ranks.
Love.
Certainly expect Jones to be the favorite today, the number 1 overall seed with a 13.46 UTR, the highest in the field, earning him that top spot. Johnson at 13.05. Oh, and a firecracker serve there. I'm just going to go ahead and create my own speed radar, and we'll go ahead and put that one at 125 from Johnson.
Love.
Looks to be on his way to a smooth service game here to kick off the championship matchup for Johnson, who breezed by the semifinals with a 6-2, 6-3 sweep yesterday over Calvin Barrel out of Baylor.
Game. Johnson. 1 game all. First set.
So a tighty hold starts things off for Johnson. See Miles Jones now go against the sun. '75-degree Monday morning. A good second serve there by Miles Jones. He also swept through the semifinal yesterday with a 6-4, 6-2 victory over Augustin Mastri. Oh, what a lob that was by Jones. It looked like Johnson had put himself in prime position. And again, how valuable will any break opportunity be in this match? Strong one-handed
40 love.
backhand. As I talked to Miles earlier today, and he mentioned his backhand is his favorite shot. That is the go-to.
Game.
What a pickup! Jones
2 games to 1. First
able
set.
to redirect beautifully there on that firecracker forehand by Johnson. So here we sit. Changeover at 2-1.
Time. About 15.
Did look a bit long, and Johnson showing frustration
17 space.
on that call. Luckily, we are clued in to our head referee's microphone today, so he mentioned I did not see any space. So Jones able to ask some questions here in Johnson's second service game. That's a clinical serve and volley approach, even with Jones able to withstand the early volley. That lob attempt, no shot for the 6-footer JMag, and so we're even here 15 all. Early days in this best 2 out of 3 format. A draw that started with 16 of the best players that have competed this season in the UTR Pro Summer Slam, down to 2.
30-15.
Second ace for JanMagnus, started his career at UCF, went to FGCU and finished it blue and orange that he is representing here.
Great serve. 40-15.
consecutive points for JanMagnus. Ooh, a whipping cross-court backhand there by Jones. See one more opportunity for a stress-free hold for Johnson here. Avoid our first deuce of the day. Let's see where Magnus elects to serve. Looks like down the tees, what Jones is trying to bait. That was the target. So now a second serve comes at 40-30.
Game, Johnson. 2 games all. First set.
So a little stress there, but Johnson able to hold. And we sit at 2-all on a picture-perfect morning out in Southern California. Now Miles Johnson, if we do a little bit more of a deep dive into him, he's coached by Dale Jones. 24-year-old who went pro in 2021 and has been waiting for a year like this. After 3 straight years in the thousands, Miles Jones has leaped into the top 1,000, sitting at just over 660 in the world rankings ATP Tour.
Love 15.
See if Johnson is able to provide a little bit of pressure here on this Jones serve.
All.
Able to get one back, and the second serve points handled well so far by these gentlemen. Miles Jones has won just over $1,600 competing as a professional this year, and he can triple that with a victory in this inaugural Slam Championship.
I did not even, sorry, did not see.
Jones frustrated, but Johnson able to provide a little bit extra
15-30.
pressure there, coming to the net, forcing that backhand forced down the line. So 15-30 here now in a contentious couple moments early. You could tell what's on the line. You talk about career winnings. JanMagnus has only won about $2,300 in his young, less than a year career as a pro, and he could double that. No matter what, he'll double it. Second place today, he'll get over 2,800.
$15-40.
Now both players doing their best to add that level, whether it's chirping an umpire, chirping your coaching box. There's always got to be that game within the game. Keep you mentally engaged, avoid spacing out, and we'll see if Jones can dig deep here, facing a pair of break points. He'll save one with a nice inside-out forehand. Still has to face one more. Oh, what a shot!
Johnson leaves. 3-2. First set.
Just to get to that ball, let alone the passing forehand, and JanMagnus up a break. The first to blink is Jones. We'll switch sides at 3-2.
Time.
And a big ace to kick off this important service game for JanMagnus Johnson. Looking to solidify the break here early in this national championship singles draw for the men's.
30 love.
30 love here for Johnson, who was one of those recipients of the COVID year in the college landscape, as he was able to add an extra year after graduating from Florida Gulf Coast. He made the 2021 NCAAs, Conference Player of the Year 3 times, and then finished it off in Gainesville, but battled injuries in his final season. First dropper of the day. That looked to be wide.
40
Jones
love.
showing that frustration as Johnson catches the corner of the line on his slice approach following the drop, and it's 40 love.
Game. Johnson. Johnson leads 4-2. First set.
How about a love hold to solidify that break? So up a break goes Johnson. An opportunity here for JanMagnus to really take control in set one. Now both of these athletes had the advantage of an opponent retiring in the beginning of their group stage, as Johnson with a sweep in his first matchup, and then still in just set one of his second matchup, his opponent retired, so a little bit less strenuous. However, Johnson's third group match was a 3-setter. Meanwhile, Jones swept through his first 2 foes and lost the first set of his third match, won the second against Colson Wells, but Wells had to retire as well.
First
So
serve.
got a pair of undefeated weekends with some help on these hot days.
All.
One thing that JanMagnus wants to focus on is avoiding letting his emotions get the best of him, something he talked about after his semifinal win. Thought maybe there was a moment that he could lose control, he said, but able to hold serve and defeat Elias Shakri 6-4 in the second.
Ball was deep. That ball was deep.
Certainly was. 15-30 as Johnson so consistent back there.
Ball was deep. It was deep by this much. 15-30. I'm going to call him and check right now.
Ooh.
15-40.
Nifty decision there by Johnson. And so another opportunity to break. A couple break points here for JanMagnus, Florida Gator alum, in his rookie season here as a pro.
30-40.
And while Jones still seeking his first ace, that strong first serve has helped him when he's needed it. Now, the UTR predicting tool gave Jones a 72% win probability. Of course, his UTR is significantly higher, about a half a point. UTR, of course, that modified ELO rating system goes from 1 to 16.5. Look at the Alcarazes and the Sinners. Oh, this is in.
Game Johnson.
Double break for Johnson.
5-2. First set.
What a lob that was. Jones did well to keep that going. The off-balance forehand lets down the veteran. And the rookie, JanMagnus, up a double break at the changeover.
Time. That's far as by the fence. Here? It is, yeah. By the fence is ours.
Momentum snatched in an instant. Not 10 minutes ago, we were even at 2, and Miles Jones with a couple stress-free service games. But JanMagnus Johnson has not done anything flashy. Did have that one tremendous pass on the forehand down the line to break it 2-2. But the consistency paying off for the blue and orange garb as Johnson serves for set 1.
Love.
Over $4,000 at stake for the winner, and the largest purse of any UTR event, $25,000 purse, doubled from the season-long race here in the Summer Slam, with the Women's Championship to follow. Another big payday coming to either Robin Anderson or Veronika Miroshnichenko.
You got to play until the ball is called out. It's close, but like we talked about in the pre-match, we have to play until the ball is called out. Play until the ball is called out.
Okay, I understand that, but like, can you not see that?
I said it was close. I know.
But it's not close.
Let's play.
Can you reset it then? Because I mean, if you think that was in, it's crazy. Ask him. I mean, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, but he's saying it's close. Like, can you call the supervisor? Someone needs to reset it. I mean, it's obviously like.
So we get a good look here at the dynamic at this level of professional tennis.
Let's play.
It's great to see the openness.
The rest of this game.
Randy, our head referee, being very vocal and honest that maybe the line system is acting up, same that we'll see at the highest level. JanMagnus told to play the point until he hears the call out, as he stopped early on that one. So we'll sit here at 15 all. He looks over as if to say, well, are you going to call that out? Because sounds like they will not be using the automated system here for the rest of this game. Johnson hoping it won't matter. 2 points away from the set.
Out. 40-15.
Couple game points coming for Johnson. It's been an exciting weekend here at the Skip and Cindy Hogan Tennis Center. It started on Friday. 4 groups, 4 players in each group. Now, every player had to either play 2 matches on Friday or 2 matches on Saturday, with 3 in the group stage, and then a de facto quarterfinal, and the semis yesterday. There's the hold.
Game, correction.
Johnson takes it 6-2 with a couple breaks.
6 games to 2.
He did not get to a deuce on any of his service games, didn't even face a break point. As clean as it gets there.
Yeah.
So we'll take a look at our first set stats. The 3 aces for Johnson. How about 0 double faults for either player? That's impressive. Here through a set. And we'll see if the favorite and the 1 seed can battle back when we come back after a 36-minute opening set here from San Diego.
Samir, did you copy for court 1? Jason, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Samir.
I'm going to call until he comes. We need a reset. Let's play. I'll just call until...
Still waiting on that system reset, so it looks like Randy, our head referee, will be calling the in and out without using the line system that the UTR Pro Tennis Tour has added.
No, nobody's touched anything. I'm the only one coming up and down. They go around behind. If it's going to be, should I call, you think?
Yeah, no, it's disconnected, so I understand that right now.
So did you say if we go ahead and call?
Yeah, go ahead and call.
I'm going to go ahead and call this game, guys. Second set. Jones to serve.
Miles Jones, as he did in set 1, will kick things off. An opportunity, certainly a valuable one for JanMagnus to assert domination. Kick off set 2. So you look looks to be on his way. His first title.
Love.
Resilience there by Jones. It seemed like Miles Jones was dictating the tempo of that point. Johnson was able to get into a position to get aggressive. It's interesting, talking to Johnson before this match, he wants to be more aggressive. He tends to lean on the conservative side, as we saw there. Jones, the benefactor of Johnson staying on the baseline.
Out. 15 all.
So here we sit at 15 all. As Robin Anderson and Veronika Miroshnichenko await.
$30, 15. $40, 15.
Oh, and a big time serve there by Jones. Certainly felt like this game was wavering early on, but Jones, with two strong first serves there, now has a 40-15 lead.
Out. 40-30.
That's a gift. It seemed like Jones had a winner down the line, but it clips the tape. Johnson keeps this game going. The longer that you can extend rallies and extend your opponent's service game, especially when up a set. As the Florida Gator graduate, JanMagnus Johnson, in his rookie season, looking to double his career winnings, no matter what. The winner gets over $4,000. Second place, $2,800. And Johnson has only won $2,300 in his short pro career.
Out. Game. Jones. First game. Second set. Ball change.
So well-earned hold for Miles Jones. I'm Daniel Gilman. So happy that you're with us here on Amazon Prime Video on our Labor Day Championship, the UTR Pro Summer Slam.
The machine's back on, guys.
So as you can hear from the head referee, the machine is back action, and we are fully resumed here in set 2 without the up judge making any calls. On serve.
Love 15.
Double fault. The first for either player here today. Maybe an opportunity for the 1 seed Jones. Find his way. Grab momentum here in set 2.
All.
Again, the badgering of Johnson really starting to grind down Jones's ground strokes. Johnson's first drop is not wise.
15,
Tremendous
30.
closing speed there by Jones. He's 2 points from a break, his first.
$15.40.
There it is. A couple break points have come. The 24-year-old from Marina Del Rey. His first break points of the match for Miles Jones. right, he's saved one break point. How about this? We have yet to reach a deuce today.
30-40.
Here we are in our 10th game, this national championship match. Might we find ourselves in deuce for the first time? Here are some frustrations bubbling. Oh, such a pretty dropper there by Johnson, and we will get to deuce as JanMagnus saves both break points.
Advantage Johnson.
3 straight points off that strong first serve from the Floridian. Currently sits at 1,811 in the ATP rankings.
Deuce.
Miles Jones says, let's stay in this game a little bit longer. Why don't we? Trying to get a nose ahead here in set 2. Of course, the U.S. Open also in action today. Got Goff against Osaka, so hopefully you have a couple screens available to consume all the tennis your heart desires on this Labor Day. There are 61 UTR PTT alums playing in the U.S. Open.
Let. First serve.
Of course, the big names, Ben Shelton, Taylor Townsend, Ethan Quinn, Alex Mickelson, Destiny Ieva. Even saw Zach Svida take the first set over Novak last week. He's a PTT alum as well. Oh, a costly double fault there by Johnson. Jones nabs his third break point opportunity. Got some very cool metrics on the utrsports.net website for live stats if you want to follow along. There's a dominance ratio, and Johnson, of course, dominating that. 1.8 to 0.56. Could change here. Oh, tremendous backhand. Back at deuce.
Deuce.
one of the best
Advantage,
rallies of the
Johnson.
match. What a winner it was to finish it as Johnson looking to serve out this first game of the set for him. Oh, and he needed a first serve. Opportunity again for Jones to extend the game. Oh, look at these angles. Jones with a strong forehand after that chip to the corner by JanMagnus. We are back. We waited 10 games for a deuce. Figure why not make it a memorable one? How about that ankle from Jones? Showing why he's a top 700 player in the world. Certainly has a mountain to climb, but a fourth break point. A tenacious service game for Johnson. And he'll have a second serve. Expect an exclamation if Jones can pull this one off. Oh, what a rally.
Deuce.
And it's deuce again. How on earth did Johnson get back that third shot? It looked like it got a piece of the frame from Jones on the return. The angle was sharp. The ball stayed low, and somehow JanMagnus scraped himself back to sea level. And it's deuce for the fourth time.
One here. Just let you know there's one there. Advantage, Jones.
There's a little bit of that vocal chess match as Jones celebrates the unforced error and has a fifth break point here in the second game of set two. This is starting to get gritty. National championship title on the line. Extra couple $1,000 to help fund the rest of your travel schedule. Isn't that the ultimate dilemma? You let the ball sit there. Tale as old as time.
Deep, deep, deep.
Yep, you can hear the automated system
Yes.
call that out. And Randy, our head judge, echo the sentiment.
On the bench.
And we are back at deuce.
Just FYI. Advantage Jones.
Starting to lose track. 5 or 6 break points now. And it feels like Miles Jones starting to wear down that serve that was unstoppable in set 1 from JMag. That wasn't
Deuce.
too difficult for Johnson to find that inside-out backhand. And so we're really making up for all the deuces we missed in set 1.
Advantage Johnson.
Finally able to find the first serve. Despite a couple double faults in this service game, Johnson finds himself with another game point after saving 6 break points.
Game. Johnson. 1 game all. Second set.
And you talk about a monumental hold. 6 break points saved. And that first serve coming up clutch for JJ.
Miles. Our fourth is on that bench if you want it. Do you see it?
Tied at 1 apiece. Jones owning that dominance ratio here in set 2, but unable to capitalize.
15 love.
Clean start to his second service game. Miles Jones, 6-foot right-hander out of California. And for his 3rd PTT win of the year. Will need to come from behind to do so.
30 love.
Another tremendous rally. Really starting to settle in here, aren't we? Really fun setup. This entire tournament put together by all of the transcendiary minds at UTR. James McKee to Ethan Stanley. Certainly appreciative to Phil Fama for helping out with player prep and all of the tournament days leading up to today to help make this broadcast as prepared as it can be. James McKee and Phil Fama.
Love.
So Jones looks to be on his way to an easy hold, and the pressure will be put right back onto Johnson's serve following that 8 deuces that we had a few moments ago.
Wait, please, wait. Stop out again. $40-15.
Certainly not a chilly day. Sometimes it could be the hardest summer, but these mornings in California can get chilly. But this weekend has been anything but. When I talked to JanMagnus about his weekend, he mentioned it as a battle in the heat, as the temperature has risen 5 degrees in the hour since we've started, up to 80 out here at University of San Diego.
$40-30.
Just like that, the door has opened for the young Johnson. First double fault of the match for Jones, and it's 40-30. Oh my goodness, what a pass.
Jones.
Talk about dotting the lines for Jones early
Jones
in
leads
that
2 games to
rally.
1. Second set, Johnson, 1 set to love.
And the put away, one-handed backhand. Jones's favorite shot. And you can see the UTR ratings. Jones favored, Johnson has represented. Make sure as this match goes on to scan that QR code, fill out the form, and let us know you're watching. Download the UTR Sports app. One of over 450 events here in 2025 for the UTR Pro Tennis Tour. held at college campuses across the country in over 30 different countries. Here in its 5th year of existence, with guaranteed prize money every week. And if you're a tennis addict like myself, the ability to turn on Amazon Prime and watch UTR PTT events pretty much every day of the year, it feels like. I could flick on an overnight international tournament if I can't sleep, maybe something in the mid-afternoon on the East Coast. Of course, it all culminates here this weekend in San Diego with 25 colleges represented, including, of course, Florida Gators, you can see right there by JanMagnus, Florida State, Oklahoma, Michigan, UCLA, Georgia, Clemson, Auburn, Texas, Baylor, you name it. An active or former student athlete probably played in this Summer Slam event as Johnson serves. This is what feels like as pivotal of a service game as it comes following that insane first one.
Love.
Ooh, Johnson was mailing that one in, and it happened to sail a little deep. So a breath can be taken from the Floridians serving. Yet to be broken. Saved all 6 break points last service game. Those are the kind of shots that have Jones in the position he is in his career. Into the top 1,000 for the first time in his pro career. In fact, Miles Jones and the UTR both went pro at the same time as the Pro Tennis Tour started in 2021, as did Miles's pro career.
Replay point.
That's a bit frustrating. You hear Jones say, not Johnson's fault, it was called out in the middle of the point. Just a frustrating reset needed. Ooh, just off the line. You could see the anxiety on Jones's side. He felt like he should have had that. Piled it right into the net, and a gift on the second serve from Johnson. Gives him a 15. Check that, 30 to 15 edge.
30 all. Yep. You want on changeover? Need trainers
Something.
2-1 in the second for the changeover for Mr.
Yeah.
Johnson.
That's troublesome. You can overhear it.
What need?
JanMagnus
For shoulder.
requests the trainer for his shoulder in the oncoming changeover. So a couple games to go. I'll have to power through without any aid. Oh, what a lob!
40-30.
A point that Johnson had no business winning. Jones dominating both aspects of the baseline game. Comes to the net, couldn't put away what seemed to be a pretty easy volley. Went with a deep drop shot. And Johnson, even with that lob, did not feel like it should have been over the head, and yet Jones couldn't keep up. And game point comes for the hampered JanMagnus.
Deuce.
Unforced error by Johnson, and so for the second consecutive service game, we'll hit deuce. It looked to be out.
That ball was a clear winner. He hit it. That's his point.
Ooh.
When you hit it, after you hit it, they called it out. And it went up in the air.
But it didn't land anywhere. It's in the air.
No, what I'm saying is you already made the play on the ball, then it called it out, and it was not going over.
But it called it out during the point.
No, it didn't interrupt the point. The point was over because you made a play on the ball, and it was not going over. That's my point.
But it called it during that shot.
After you hit the ball, and it went up in the air, the point was over. Advantage Jones.
I think this is the right call. It did seem like that errant out call came after contact, and Johnson had not returned that forehand from Jones. However, certainly something to worry about if the system is calling the midsection of the court out, and that means that it's thinking it's in a service game instead of ground stroke mode.
Deuce.
There's a clinical volley. First one we've seen in this match, it feels like. Not a lot of net play between these big swingers, and it's back to deuce.
Change Johnson.
There's a wild backhand. Not something we've seen much from Jones. It's an opportunity to hold for Johnson, where his serve has significantly decreased tempo in the span of an hour and a half. He's called upon the trainer at the next changeover for a shoulder injury. Oh, this drop shot misses from Jones.
Johnson. 2 games all.
JanMagnus somehow holds on there. Evens it at 2 apiece.
Love.
Jones certainly in a groove now on the service side of things after being broken twice in the first set.
Love.
And in the same way that Johnson's serve has decreased tempo, Jones's backhand has added it. That shot continues to flourish. A 30-love lead here in set 2. Jones has been the aggressor here in this set. Has seen 7 break points. Johnson has saved all of them.
Love.
It's a wise leave. I think Jones probably could have left the first point of this game as well. Maybe sail wide on that lob, but he had an easy put away at the baseline. Certainly worth it to let the ball bounce if you're not sure. Although we have seen a few of those errant backhands from Jones. That comes in a spot that isn't too costly, not yet. .15.
Game, Jones. Jones leads 3 games to 2. Second
So
set,
three-
first set, Johnson.
3 relatively easy holds for Jones. And JanMagnus Johnson will be treated by the trainer here at this
Ladies and gentlemen, official
changeover.
has been called to court.
We'll step away.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Johnson will be taking a medical timeout. She's the one that would get it for you. I'll have her bring it after the medical for. Is that okay?
Next changeover?
Yeah, for the next changeover. All right, thank you. Medical timeout is complete. Christy, Mr. Jones will like the bag eyes. Thank you. Thanks so much. Love 15. Court 2. Our fourth ball is over there by that bag.
As you can hear, they're trying to run down the fourth ball following that pretty expedited physio trip. And then an opportunity again for Jones. 3 points from an elusive break. He has had 7 break points this set.
Love 30.
That's a pivotal second serve that has dwindled as this match has gone on. And this is potentially the difference between a veteran and a rookie at the professional level. Johnson came on so hot in set 1 and has started to fade. Oh, that's just too good. Pure butter there from Johnson. Jones so deep. That baseline to baseline game, it was certainly a wise decision from JanMagnus to drop one, and it's 30, check that, 15-30. That's too good.
15-40.
Gets the thumbs up from his opponent, Johnson. And here we are again. 6 break points to start Johnson saved it. Another break point last service game, and Johnson staved it off. Now, staring down the barrel of a few break points at 15-40. That's well earned on a good first serve, and it's 30-40. That's wide. And the break is secured.
Jones.
Took
Jones leads 4 games.
9 break points. But Jones is able to break. We may be headed to a 3-setter on this Championship Monday to kick off our Summer Slam doubleheader, with the 2-seed Robin Anderson getting set to take on the 4-seed Veronika Miroshnichenko in the women's final to follow.
Let. First serve. Let. First serve. Love.
And Jones is slowly but surely gaining more confidence as this match goes on. He was broken twice in the first set, and Johnson has not sniffed a break point here in set 2. Oh, what a point. Johnson.
15-all.
Somehow Jones keeping these rallies alive. You can tell he is a pest to face on the court. 15-all as Johnson looks for the quick break back. Jones eyeing that 5-2 advantage that would give him breathing room to force a third. Are you all at home noticing the low ball toss on some of these serves from Jones? Certainly unorthodox. As you see so many try to replicate the high ball toss of some of our best and brightest. Keep an eye. We'll see if he varies the length of these tosses. As Johnson now 2 points away from evening things, getting back on serve. Here's your traditional kick serve toss.
$15-40.
Break points. Two opportunities to get back on serve now for Johnson.
Game. Johnson.
And there it is. The
Johnson,
Gator
4
breaks
games to
right
3,
back.
second set. First set, Johnson. I think she brought an ice bag for each of you. Miles, your ice bag is right back to you. Time. Love.
And ever since that trip from the physio, certainly looks like that serve velocity is back up a notch as Johnson looks to solidify his break. Even things at 4. Wonder if JanMagnus is starting to let that brain contemplate what he needs to win. It's not far away.
Love.
Couple points here for Johnson. He is a break and a hold away from winning the UTR Pro Summer Slam National Championship here in 2025. And with it, a smooth $4,400.
Love.
Jones was flirting with that baseline, had some good deep, and then one a little too deep. So Johnson, 40 love. Solidify his break. Keep things on serve.
Game.
There it is.
Johnson, 4 games all. Second set.
JMag holds to love following consecutive breaks of serve. And we're 4-4. Here is the pivotal service game for Jones. He will need to start it strong.
Love 15.
That is an unforced error and one that certainly cannot happen at this level, at this stage. The number 1 seed looking quite vulnerable here. Johnson knocking on the door. If he breaks and holds, former Gator will be the champ.
15 all.
Nearly an all-time get there from the youngster, and it's 15 all. Where does Jones go? Ooh, that's long.
15.
Added tension in the air between a pair of Americans, both 6 foot, both right-handed, facing off for the first time in their careers. I have a feeling these two may be mainstays in the PTT Tour.
All.
Now the breaking point arrives. As pivotal of a point as we have had in this match. Either a game point to take a 5-4 lead, or a break point on the brink of elimination for the Californian Miles Jones. That's a tremendous angle.
40-30.
see if the ability to put it away.
Deuce.
Cannot be done from Jones. And the first deuce on his service game here today comes. Short lob.
Advantage, Jones.
Not going to get the job done for Johnson. And Jones again with an opportunity to put his nose ahead in this set. See Johnson move up inside the court for second serve as Jones realizes, double takes, regathers. Oh, eats him up. Oh, what a get!
Jones.
Jones with
Jones leads
tremendous
5 games to
reach
4.
at the net.
Second set. And Johnson wants
Able to hold. And the changeover to come here at 5-4.
Time.
Talk about a gritty service game there from Miles Jones, with his back against the wall here in the UTR Pro Summer Slam National Championship men's final between Jones and Johnson here at the Skip and Cindy Hogan Tennis Center. Gorgeous campus of the University of San Diego on a hot day in the low 80s to start the month of September. Quite a nice payday to the winner here, over $4,000, $2,800 to the runner-up. It's Johnson to serve. Oh,
Love 15.
Johnson frozen. Gives a half-hearted practice swing after Jones blasted one by him at well over 100 miles an hour with the forehand. Love 15. Oh, Jones able to scramble
15
well
off.
there. His mistakes have come from easier tempo balls. Seems to get those scorching ones back with ease. So 15 all. If Jones were to break, we're headed to a third set to decide the champion. How about that serve down the tee from JanMagnus? Johnson, who missed most of 2024 with an injury, suffered early in the spring season while with Florida Gulf Coast. Transferred over to Florida. Rehabbed from that injury well. Here he is. Looking to win his first professional tennis event. Just a couple months removed from college. JanMagnus, top 300 in the United States, the UTR ranking. Number 63 in the state of Florida.
Johnson.
And a tremendous hold for JanMagnus, who started his Summer Slam season back in May in Denver, where he lost in the championship match to Tana Pet Nirandorn in a 3-setter back on June 1st. Meanwhile, Miles Jones has won 2 Summer Slam events this summer. Looking to cap it off with the big one.
Love 15.
However, might there be drama prior to the tiebreak here in set 2? Johnson looking for a break and a hold to win the championship. That's a strong serve, and we're tied 15 all. Meanwhile, JanMagnus won his second Summer Slam event that he competed in back in June in Winston-Salem against Augustine Mastery. He reached both championships to kick off his Summer Slam career, and then he went and won in Knoxville, check that, as well. So it's been a good summer for JanMagnus. That's an emphatic put away by Jones, and it's 30-15. Johnson Johnson would then lose in the Jacksonville final to Jamie Connell at the end of June. He won the Blacksburg as well. That was August 3rd, just a few weeks ago. A loss in the Athens final against Derek Chen. It has been a busy season. 3 Summer Slam titles for Johnson, 2 for Jones. Oh, that's up. And it's down. 40-15 Jones.
40-15.
That's a pivotal point. Could have gone either way. And a tremendous backhand volley to get the game point.
Right, please.
Going back through these trips to the final for these two top athletes, neither have reached a tiebreaker. Miles Jones, before Colson Wells retired at the end of group play, had won the second set 7-5 to force a third. Funny enough, Johnson, against Carter Pate in group play, was tied 5-5 in the first set before Carter Pate retired, but neither have been to a breaker here this weekend.
Game Jones. Jones leads 6-5. Second set, first set Johnson.
So Johnson will have to hold to get us to the breaker here in set 2. Between the 1 seed and the 5 seed to determine a champion.
Next game is ball change, guys. Next game. Time.
New balls entering the 12th game of the set. JanMagnus Johnson dominated set 1 with a couple breaks. Serving to force a breaker. The Summer Slam National Championship match with the women's final to follow between Robin Anderson, top 400 in the world, and Veronika Miroshnichenko, who has 11 PTT Championships. Should be a good one between the 2 and the 4 seed later today.
15 love.
And that's exactly how Johnson wanted to start this service game. Ooh,
30
tight.
love.
Not much margin for error on that overhead. But it does stay inside the line, and it's 30 love. Going back to that UTRsports.net live stats tracker and metric. Johnson continuing to lead the dominance ratio 1.2 to 0.8. 3-1 in aces. And those break points saved. 8 of 9 break points saved by Johnson. Just 2 of 5 for Jones. That's a good
love.
leave, and it's 40 love as we are destined to that tiebreaker. Jones looking to force a third. Johnson looking to cap it off here in 2.
Game. Johnson. 6 games all. Second set.
So a hold to love.
Tie break.
Sends us to a breaker.
Ball change.
Everything on the line. Strange to have mention a ball change. We just had a ball change prior to this last game.
Glare caught me, sorry.
So no ball change as Jones, a veteran of the PTT. Someone's got to hold Randy accountable, right? So here we start. First to 7, win by 2.
One zero. Johnson.
Mini break snagged by JanMagnus. PTT veteran and alum Taylor Townsend involved in a historic breaker yesterday. Did not go her way, unfortunately, out in New York City. She fell in the round of 16. Nothing in favor of Johnson. costly double fault.
1-all.
Gives that mini break right back. Does everyone have their popcorn? Because I have the feeling this tiebreaker is going to get cinematic.
No, ref, come on. I mean, appreciate it. It was like this far inside both lines.
2-1, Johnson.
Two double faults there from... No, they're going to... Did he say 2-1 Johnson? Does that mean an overturn was ruled? Because I believe that was initially down as a double fault. Johnson complained. Score has not updated.
It looked wide to me.
3-1, Johnson.
So according to our head ref, that was an ace by Johnson to end his serve. And now this is wide from Jones, and Johnson leads 3-1. Now it's 4-1 as the Florida
4-1,
Gator
Johnson.
inching closer to the ultimate title here in the UTR PTT.
Five, 1, Johnson.
And now on the changeover, it is all orange and blue out here in San Diego as JanMagnus Johnson, 2 points away from a title and an upset over the top seed. Here in our first ever season of the Pro Summer Slam National Championship. An exciting match, sitting at just over 2 hours. A second serve to come for the underdog, who has felt in control.
Six, 2. 6-5-2, Johnson.
That's the second double fault. Both points earned by Jones in this breaker are via the Johnson double fault. And yet, Miles Jones has lost all 4 points on his own serve. And it sits 5-2. What a wacky breaker. The double fault's
6-2,
contagious.
Johnson.
4 match points for JanMagnus Johnson.
set match. Johnson, 2 sets to
That
love.
will do it.
6-2, 7-6.
7-2 in the breaker, and it's great to be a Florida Gator as the rookie JanMagnus Johnson puts together an unbelievable PTT season with wins in Winston-Salem, Knoxville, Blacksburg, and the upset over the 1 seed here in the Pro Summer Slam National Championship match. And a look at our final stats as Johnson battled back down a break in the second, stormed away with the breaker, and is crowned the first UTR Pro Summer Slam National Champ. So we'll take a break, get ready for our